Welcome to Game Fish Parks in Sioux Falls. I'm Shelley Pearson, the School Program Coordinator with the Outdoor Campus. This week we're going to be giving you some hiking tips over the next few days. We hope you enjoy it. However, today we're going to start with journaling. We know that many of us are looking for a way to reconnect with nature and get outdoors, so we think we have a few good ideas for you. Today I'm going to focus on journaling, and I'm going to talk mostly involving with children, even though adults can certainly participate with that and start their own journaling. First of all, if you think about, really what is journaling? Well, journaling is recording regularly observations, perceptions, feelings. It could be poetry, drawings. It's got a wide variety. Your journal can be what you want it to be. I have quite a few favorites, and I'm just going to kind of show you a few of these you could order. If you just need ideas and stuff, this is a great one. For those of you that just want, there's tons of blank books out there that you can buy. This one just happens to have a little bit at the beginning that talks about plants. It'll talk about clouds. It'll give you some ideas about tracks. So it'll have a little bit of information for you. There's also keeping a nature journal, so if you really want more information and how to kind of do it up right, or what you believe is right, this is a great one for that, keeping a nature journal. This one is not only going to give you wonderful ideas, it's going to really show you drawings and how they want you to really record, not only with words but with drawings. So with all of these, you can go to any level that you want to, from a very basic one for just younger students, just out of a paper bag. You can also go to one just for older students and just have them doing kind of an I Spy with nature, where you could come up with pictures, words, kind of a scavenger hunt that you're looking for. Or you could come up with the one that I'm going to show you how to make today. This is one of my favorites that we do make at the Outdoor Campus. We make a lot of these with our Lewis and Clark program. So the first thing that you're going to need is just a lunch-size paper bag, if you have one of those, and then just any kind of paper. So whether it's lined or plain, that's all you would need. The first thing that you're going to do with your bag, you can see I had some stuff on mine, is just with the scissors you want to cut that bottom part off. So just taking that and cutting off that bottom part, so that now you kind of have two openings on your bag. Okay? After that, then you can just take your scissors and you're just going to cut right down the middle of the bag here. So that your bag is going to completely open up like this. All you need to do then is fold it in half. I'm doing that on the table and I'll show you here. So once you fold it in half, you have the cover of your journal, and this is a great way to let kids express themselves, show their creativity by drawing on the outside of their journal. The next thing you'll want to do is take whatever paper you have, whether it's lined or plain, and all you're going to do is fold that in half. And then that folded part is going to go right into the folded part of your paper bag, like this. Sometimes you may want to trim it up a little bit. It might kind of overlap the paper. So if that bothers you, just go ahead and trim that up. And I'm just going to do a little trimming. At the campus, we kind of like to take our paper bags and do a little crumpling to make them look a little more authentic, and we kind of talk about them being a hide of an animal, such as Lewis and Clark. If they were doing a journal, they would use an animal hide to cover their journal. So we just kind of have fun with it. And there you have it, a journal. Now, we're going to continue on with this. We're not quite done yet. I'm also going to need a stick and a rubber band. So when you have your bag and the folded part is on the folded part of the bag, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to do a diagonal cut. And I should put in there that if you hold it with your thumb in the middle there, it really helps. So you're going to do a diagonal cut, and then you're going to do another diagonal cut the opposite way. You should have that little triangle right there, and then you're going to do it on the other side of your bag, a diagonal cut, and there you have two triangles. Next, you're going to open it up so that your triangles now look like diamonds. Okay? And you're just going to lay that flat on the table like this. It's a lot easier to work on the table than holding it up. Once you have it laying flat on your table, you're going to just put a stick on one of the sides, and then you're going to use your rubber band to attach that stick to your journal. So the first thing you're going to do, let's see how smooth I do this, is you're going to just put that rubber band around your stick, and then you're going to take that rubber band and you're going to put it through the hole. So it's going to look like this. And on the inside, it's going to look like this. It's going to have that rubber band come straight down through the middle. It's then going to go out the other hole, like this and like this. And then all you have to do is wrap that right around your stick. And voila, you now have your homemade journal and you're ready to go outside on a hike. And it's just kind of a fun, homemade, authentic little looking journal. So the next thing I want to talk about is just some tips when you do go out and you go on a hike and you journal. And you're going to see I have some information on the back. I'll try to move to the side here. And I'm so excited because I've been trying to think of a use for this and I finally found one. So here we go. Our nature journal, tips for journals. First of all, you want to record it all. Most of us come up and we think, oh, we're going to record everything we see. And then it becomes very overwhelming. So I would suggest that you start out slow and small, and then eventually you can add things either each week, each day, depending on the age of your child. So when you do that, I put on there record it all or just parts. Explore the natural world. So when you go out exploring, think of something with your children that you really want to look at. Spring is a great time. We have a lot of fresh new things growing. Birds are coming back, insects are coming out. So there's a lot of things out there that you could take a look at. So once you decide what you want to actually look for, that might be great. Or if you're going to just kind of go for a walk and write or draw everything you see, that's an option too. I would suggest if you are going to do that, find a spot to just sit, and that way kids have time to write, record, draw, instead of trying to do that as they're walking. So come up with your plan before you get started. The next thing that's important is respecting nature. It's important that you leave things where you find them. Our motto at the Outdoor Campus is, if you care, leave it there. So that goes to nests, eggs, baby animals. That's one thing we always want to promote, is leave baby animals where you find them. Of course their mother's not around because you're there, and so their mothers are going to be a safe distance away, and once you leave they will come back to that baby animal. So just remember to respect nature. If you are looking under something, put it back where it belongs. If you are looking at leaves on a tree, don't pull them off. Just leave them there, look at them, record them, and move on. We want to leave nature as it is because we're so lucky to have such wonderful resources around us in Sioux Falls and other places. The next thing would be, hopefully you can see this, look closely. Be an observer, use your senses, then also think about what size, color, shape, how does it move? Does it wiggle? Does it hop? There's so many things that you can go on and do. Look even closer. So with that, what I mean is take a look even closer at those little bugs or veins in the leaves, and just a simple magnifying glass is wonderful. If you don't have one of these at home, there are some other options. I kind of like the one that I have on my cell phone here. It is called Glasses, and I don't know if you can see, it's going to be this one right here. I can show it to you right here. The white glasses with a blue background. So all you have to do is tap that, and you are going to have a magnifying glass. I think it was probably made as readers for some of us who are getting to that age and need them, but it works wonderful as a magnifying glass. So I think you can kind of see here, then you can just kind of move your screen up and down to zero in or not, but most people do have some kind of a cell phone, and so that app is very helpful if you're out looking around. There's a lot of other apps that are out there that are wonderful, that are going to show you the names of plants. I mean, it's overwhelming how many apps there are, and there's a lot of free apps that you can use without paying a lot of money. I think we're almost ready to go on our hike. The only thing that I would suggest if you're going with younger children is make sure you, one, have your plan, make sure that you've talked about respecting nature, make sure that you're going to look closely at things, but most importantly in your journals, be creative and have fun. It's your journal, make it yours, make it special. This is something that's great for kids of writing age. It's a journal that maybe every day you can go outside and they can do a daily writing, maybe 1 to 3 sentences, and then doing pictures. So it's going to keep them up on their writing. Also, it could help with just reading what they wrote out loud. So it has a lot of great things that it can help you out and help teachers out too with standards. So not only are we going to meet maybe some writing standards or scientific inquiry standards, we could also do some things with, looking at my little cheat sheet here, math. Whether you wanted to do some charts and graphs, measuring, comparing, there's so many options. With language arts, I had mentioned writing and reading, but also just communication. This is also a great way to teach your kids how to focus, how to pay attention, and how to really observe. You could also do some art and music with it, of course, drawing in your journal, and you could always do some videotaping also. Maybe there's a song you know that you could sing if you see a frog, or a fish, or an ant. Work that in with any knowledge that you have. So be creative, have fun, and enjoy your journals. Hi everyone, I hope you got your journals made and you're ready to start exploring. I'm just going to start in my own backyard. Before I do that, I just wanted to show you a couple things. If you decide to do just kind of a sit spot, sit and look around, if you have binoculars, those are great to have where you can just sit, look around. If you hear sounds, you can try to find those sounds or those birds. So binoculars are always fun to have. Later this week, someone's going to show you how to make your own binoculars at home with your child. And a couple other things that I wanted to show you was you could make a shape bracelet or a shape necklace. Just cut those shapes out. You could put them on different colors if you want your child to match up colors, or you could, just have them blank depending on what kind of paper you have. But that's a great way to go for a walk or just in your backyard and find some things that will match up with those shapes. Perhaps you can find a rock that's going to look like a circle, or something interesting like a star, but shapes are really good to start with, and those are wonderful for your journaling, just to be able to put the shape in there and then also draw what object you found that was that shape. So that's a little hint or idea for some of you if you need help with that. One other thing I really like to do is take out some kind of a color wheel or even a strip of paper. If it's a rectangle, have your child put different colors on a strip of paper. Take that out and see if you can match it up with some of the outdoor nature things that you have. Those are two easy, fun things to do for the younger kids. And I think we might head out here. I'm also going to want to remember my magnifying glass, because that's going to give me an up-close view of different things that are going to be around in my backyard. But your backyard is a great place to start. Many of the homes in Sioux Falls have rock gardens, so that's a great place too. Take your shapes, lay them out, see if you can find a rock that looks like a circle, and then go ahead and kind of compare that. Or perhaps you're looking for a rectangle. Or another great thing is just find an interesting shape and see if your child can try to get it as close to a shape as possible. Or just take that rock, explore it, discuss the different colors, maybe talk about why it has different layers looking. For older kids, this might be a great way to get into igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rock. And once again, there's that color wheel. Can you find some rocks that are going to match up with some of the colors that you have in your rock garden? And of course, you can certainly find other things that will fit that color wheel, but it's a place to start, and it can be a lot of fun for kids to discover shapes and colors.